Hey guys, Losing Louie here. This is kind of a public service announcement. I've been meaning to tell you some things about the mortgage market, and just haven't had a chance with my unboxings and whatnot running so long. I wanted you to know that right now interest rates are incredibly low, as you might imagine. They're even talking about negative interest rates. But for those of you that own a home or are thinking of buying a home, I wanted to share with you the deal that I just got. So my mortgage on my house was 3 3/4, which I thought was a pretty good rate, but I just refinanced for 2 3/4, 2.75%, and that is a ton of money back in my pocket. This loan was it was a variable, a 5/1 variable, which some of you may not believe in, but it was a no cost, completely no cost, no prepayment loan. At 2 3/4, fixed for 5 and variable thereafter. So that represents substantial savings. That was through JP Morgan Chase, if you want to check that out. That's in California. But really outstanding deal. Perhaps some can get lower. Of course, I recommend you don't buy more house than you can afford, and I recommend you pay it off as fast as you can and own it outright. But for those of you that do have a mortgage, need a mortgage, want a mortgage, the rates are super low right now. You know, I used to think that the mortgage interest deduction was the best thing ever, and I've used it my whole life. But lately I've come to re-examine that belief, and I think it's more of a trap that gets you to believe that you're doing the right thing, writing off all that interest. Well, that interest is lost money, and then you get a little bit back from Uncle Sam. So I've come full circle on my thinking to A, don't buy more house than you can afford, B, don't mortgage it to the hilt if you can afford to pay it off, and don't worry about the write-off. So that's my advice for home ownership, whether you think it's a good time or not to buy a house. They're really low rates. I also have not had a fixed rate mortgage for 25 years. I've had variable mortgages for that entire time, and it has saved me tens of thousands of dollars. My advice on a refinance is don't go with the fixed rate mortgage, because you're paying more than you need to, and rates you know, seem to continue to be going down, and I can't see them being a lot higher in the near future. And also, don't ever pay closing costs. Okay, so if you you get the lowest rate you can on a 0 rate mortgage, and the moment that that rate goes lower, you can refinance again. And I've refinanced as much as 3 times in over a 5-year period, trying to get the cheapest rate, and you can do that if you don't lock yourself in with a lot of upfront fees. So that's my next recommendation, is never pay fees on a mortgage. Get the lowest rate you can, stay variable, pay it off, pay off your home, and own it free and clear. Okay, little public service announcement there for those of you that may not be focused on the mortgage market. But wow, what a cool thing to have that money back in your pocket and go out and buy a bunch of silver and gold with it. There you go. Bye.